Welcome. Please close your eyes and come to a comfortable seated position. As you allow your sitting bones to root down into the floor, elevate, elongate the crown of your head to the sky. As the pelvis pitches slightly forward, the low back, the lumbar will naturally arch. See if you can just subtly draw up on the low belly and pelvic floor to support that arch. Soften your shoulders. Bring your awareness to your breath. And coming into the Ujjayi breathing, this will be the breath we maintain through the entire class today. The Ujjayi breath is a deep, deliberate breath. And because it's deliberate, it means it requires your attention. Because breathing is something that happens for us naturally or unconsciously all day long, when we make the breath more conscious, more deliberate, this requires our attention, our focus. And because your energy goes to whatever you're focusing on, if we're focusing on our breath, this allows us to be really present and engaged in the moment. For the Ujjayi breathing, create just a subtle constriction through the back of the throat. And see if you can breathe both in and out through the nostrils. The inhale will make a sa sound. Maybe it's helpful to even say sa quietly as you breathe in. The exhale will make a ha sound. And again, it may be helpful to say ha in your mind as you breathe out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Maintain this connection to your breath. Use your breaths as the barometer for the class today. And what I mean by that is anytime you notice you are no longer breathing, there's a good indication that you are no longer paying attention to the moment. And for the next hour, allow your body to dictate where you go. Bring your hands to your heart center. Tuck your chin. Before we begin the class today, create an intention. Why are you here? And create a marriage between your intention and your breath, so that no matter what happens, you can stay aligned with your intention. When you find yourself stuck, challenged, ask yourself, does this align with my intention? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, with an exhale, let go, take a rest, and move on. Softly blink your eyes open, gazing at a single point in front of you. Take a great big inhale, reach your arms up nice and high, stretch towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, gently rock up onto the hands and knees in tabletop position. On your inhale, arch the back, tipping the tailbone up, gaze to the ceiling, look up. As you exhale, press down into the palms, pull the low belly up and in, tuck your chin to your chest. On the inhale, fill the ribs, expand the chest, arching the back. As you exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, pelvis to face to pelvis, empty the lungs completely. Inhale, the diaphragm drops down into the belly, arch the back, fill the rib cage. As you exhale, push into the palms. As you begin to empty, the diaphragm draws back up under the ribs. Pull the low belly up and in to massage the internal organs. One more time. Inhale, arching your back, looking up. And then exhale, come back to a neutral position. Pushing down into the palms, pull the low belly in subtly. This is called Uddiyana Bandha. And then as you inhale, gaze to the top of the mat, and then as you exhale, pushing firmly down into the palms, the knees stay bent, draw your chest through towards your legs. For a nice modified downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, really spread your fingertips wide. As you internally rotate down through the forearms, see if you can take everything from the elbows up and roll it open towards the sky. So the biceps turn up. From here, slide the shoulder blades down your back, wrapping the shoulder blades slightly into the armpits, really setting up the shoulder joint. Allow the spine to lengthen up through the tail. Subtly pull the low belly up and in. And if you feel comfortable here, begin to gently straighten your legs. You could also take the feet a little bit closer to the hands or a little further away. Find your breath. Again, bringing your awareness to your body, to the sensations. What is your body saying? On your inhale, where can you create length or space in the body, which implies a little bit of strength, elongation. And on the exhale, where are you unnecessarily forcing, fighting, resisting, or tensing? And can you let that go? This is a practice of observation. From here, take an inhale, gently put your knees back down on the floor, and as you exhale, crawl your arms forward, your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. Come back to your breath. Slowly on the inhale, crawling all the way back. From here, we'll take a great big inhale, step one foot and then the other foot back into a plank position or Chaturanga Dandasana. This is high plank. If you feel strain in the back, put the knees on the floor. Push down into the floor and then slide your shoulder blades back into the socket. Imagine wiping the hands apart, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, leading with your heart, your chest slowly lower down onto the floor. Flatten your forehead, flatten your feet. Take a great big inhale, draw the elbows back, squeeze the low back muscles, and come up just into a baby cobra position. And then as you exhale, slowly come down, massaging the spine and waking up the low back muscles. Inhale, come up into cobra, maybe a little bit higher. Spread the fingers, shoulders down. As you exhale, slowly put your forehead on the ground. Again, inhale, see if you can lift up maybe even a little bit higher, waking up the mid and upper back, that anti-hunchback shoulders. And as you exhale, slowly come forward, sitting in front of a computer, at a chair, in a car, creates a hunching of the shoulders and spine. This is a great counter pose. One more time, inhale, come up, really squeeze the shoulder blades together and then shrug the shoulders down your back. Hold here. As you exhale, take your toes and tuck them under. From your knees or your toes, firm up the low belly and exhale, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Hold. Inhale, pull through. Hips hovering, upward facing dog. Shoulders externally rotate. Exhale, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. In your inhale, gaze to your thumbs. And as you exhale, slowly step or jump the feet forward. Keep the knees bent if you need to create a shelf or support.
or your upper torso. The hands can dangle alongside the body or grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. Tuck your chin. Passive forward fold. Now noticing the correlation between the position of your pelvis and whether the knees are bent or straight. So as we begin to bend the knees, this allows us to tip the pelvis upwards. Determine for yourself what feels most appropriate. That was this just dress rehearsal. We'll now get into the warm-up sequence. On your inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bring the hands onto the tops of the thighs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine like a telescope. And then exhale, release the arms to hover off the thighs. If that's too much, support the thighs. And then inhale, maintaining the engagement of the core, stand all the way up. And as you exhale, take the hands down through heart center, finding yourself at the top of your mat. Warming the body with our sun salutation sequences. On your inhale, stretch the arms nice and high. As you exhale, diving forward, long line of the spine, and bend the knees if you need to. On your inhale, come through your halfway lift position. As you exhale, step the feet back one, then the other. Pause here. Inhale, set your shoulders. As you exhale, from your knees or your toes, lower either halfway or all the way to the floor. If you're all the way to the floor, inhale, take cobra. If you paused halfway in chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. Everybody meets together, exhale, downward facing dog. Again, in your downward facing dog, push down into the floor through the hands. Gently wrap the elbows back. Draw the shoulder blades firmly down your back. Firm up the low belly and lift the tailbone high to the sky. Take a great big inhale, look to your hands, come high onto your toes, bend your knees. And then as you exhale, you can either hop or gently step the feet forward to the top of the mat. Halfway lift through the inhale. Exhale, fold yourself forward. Inhale with straight or bent knees, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, reset at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms stretch high. Exhale, dive forward the legs. Tuck the chin. On the inhale, halfway lift, set through the core. As you exhale, plant your palms, step back, and lower either to hover or all the way to the floor. Inhale, rolling the shoulders back and down, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Again, always coming back to the breath. Your energy goes to wherever your consciousness flows. What are you paying attention to? Take one more breath here. Gaze to the thumbs, take an inhale, come high onto the toes, bend the knees. And then as you exhale, slowly hop or float the feet forward. Halfway lift through the inhale, fold forward on the exhale. Inhale, push down into the floor to rise up. Exhale, bring the hands down and reset. One more. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, dive forward over your legs, tuck the chin. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump your feet back. Same exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, shoulders back, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, find your breath. Always checking back in. And putting your knees on the floor, taking child's pose whenever you need a break. Maybe starting to notice the breath rate has increased just slightly. The body temperature has risen. Continue to move prana through all the nooks and crannies, four corners of the body. Gaze to the fingers. Inhale, come high onto your toes, bending the knees. And then exhale, float forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise from your roots, stretch high. And then exhale, reset at the top of your mat. On your inhale, bend the knees, touch the floor, and stretch the arms high. As you exhale, dive forward over your legs, tuck your chin. Inhale, coming through halfway lift, set the core. And as you exhale, step your feet back, strong through the shoulders as you lower either halfway or all the way. Inhale through upward dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck under your toes, downward facing dog. On your inhale, squeezing the buttocks, lift the right leg high, spread the toes. As you exhale, gaze between your thumbs, slowly lunge the right foot as best you can to the top of the mat. Stay high on the ball of your left foot. Inhale, stretch the arms up nice and high for warrior one, modify. As you exhale, take the palms down onto the floor. Inhale, step back, set your shoulders and your core. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, engage through the back line. As you exhale, contract the front line, the core, the hip flexors, you lunge the left foot through. High on the ball of the right foot, inhale, stretch the hands high. If you feel it necessary, bend that right knee to align the pelvis. And then exhale, take the palms to the floor, gaze forward. Inhale, set the shoulders and core. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Come high onto the toes. Inhale, gaze to your thumbs. Maybe if you're jumping, you even step the feet halfway. As you exhale, float or step your feet forward. Inhale through halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees, reach the arms high. Exhale, take the hands through your heart center and to the side. On your inhale, bend your knees, finding yourself back in chair. As you exhale, same as before, dive forward. On your inhale, come through halfway lift. Option to use a block here or bend the knees. This time as you exhale, lifting your left leg up for standing splits. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, slowly drop your head. Stay here for a couple deep breaths. With every inhale, reaching up through the left leg. Every exhale, soften, move a little bit deeper. Option to grab the back of the right leg. On your inhale now, halfway lift. As you exhale, gently step your left leg back into a low lunge position. You can also put the left knee on the floor here. Inhale, stretch your hands up nice and high for modified warrior. As you exhale, take your hands down onto the floor. Inhale, step back into your high plank position. Option to put the right knee down for right side arm balance. Exhale, slide the left foot over to the right foot for side arm balance. Hold here. So if you're down on the knee, drop the right knee down, stack the left hip. In either variation, pushing down into the palm, wrap your elbow back. Squeeze the inner thighs. If you can, look up. One more breath. Inhale, step your left foot in front of the right foot. Exhale, come back into your plank. Inhale, set up the shoulders, drop the chest a little. As you exhale, lower to hover. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale. exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale again, we'll lift the right leg up nice and high. This time as you exhale, round your back, draw the right knee towards your chest, like downward facing cat. Dancing dog, inhale, lift your right leg high. Again, as you exhale, round your back, pull your shoulder blades into your armpits and drop your head, so strong core. One more time. Inhale, lift that leg up nice and high, just stoking that internal fire. As you exhale, draw the right knee through, hold here. Inhale, stretch the right leg up. Exhale, lunge the right foot through. Inhale, reach the arms up nice and high, modified warrior. From here on the exhale, come forward to hover either arms overhead or alongside your body like airplane wings. Power lunge. Inhale, reaching the arms up for dancing warrior. As you exhale, come forward. Inhale, open the chest, lift, reach up, crown over the tail. As you exhale, strong line in your core, go down. Inhale, elevate, rise, expand. As you exhale, sink, ground, feel strong. One more time. Inhale, coming up. And then exhale, come forward, taking off down the runway. Lift your back left leg up off the floor for warrior 3 or airplane. Balancing here, steady through the right foot. If possible, lift the hands higher than the shoulders. Turn your left toes down to the floor. And then exhale, if you need to, put your left leg down. Otherwise, both hands to the floor. Again, inhale, halfway lift. We'll finish where we started. As you exhale, fold forward, standing splits. On your inhale, bring your left foot down to meet your right foot, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, squat down, bend your knees, coming into your chair. This time, as you exhale, dive forward over the legs. On your inhale, come through halfway lift. Switching sides, as you exhale, hover your right leg up off the ground. Option to stay here, or inhale, halfway lift, stretch it high, standing splits, exhale, fold forward. And it doesn't matter how high you lift that right leg. Finding a position where you feel challenged, but you can still breathe. Challenge is essential for growth, but also the harder we are on ourselves, the faster we break down. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, gently put your back foot on the ground. Inhale, slowly come up, high lunge. As you exhale, put both hands down on the floor. Inhale, steady through the shoulders, step back to your plank. This time, as you exhale, option to put the left knee down for side arm balance. Otherwise, inhale, slide the right foot over to the left foot, reach the right hand high, and then exhale, push down into the floor, wrap that elbow back. See if you can tuck your tail slightly so the body's in a straight line. Hold. One more breath. Now inhale, step the right foot in front of the left foot. Exhale, find plank. Inhale, get really strong. Exhale, lower with strength. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg nice and high. Dancing dog, left side. Exhale, round your back. Bring the left knee through and hold. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, round the left knee through as you push down into the floor. One more time. Inhale, stretch it high. Strong through the back line. Exhale, drop through, strong through the front line. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg high. As you exhale, lunge the left foot through. Inhale, back to modified warrior, high lunge. Then exhale, coming forward into power lunge. Inhale, if you need to, bend your back right knee. See if you can stack the shoulders right over the hips, the head over the pelvis. As you exhale, stretch, elongate, get strong through the ground and the core. Inhale, lifting, lightening, elevating. Exhale, strong, rounding, sinking. Inhale, arms come up. One more time, exhale, coming forward, lift your right leg up off the floor. Hold here. Again, it doesn't matter how far you lean forward. Find something that challenges you. Stay with your breath. Never becoming frustrated or quitting. You have to be challenged to grow. One more breath. Slowly bring the hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, last time, fold, standing splits. Get it while you can. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, slowly bring your right foot to the ground. Inhale, bend your knees, finishing in chair pose. Exhale, standing tall at the top of your belly. And that prana, that energy coursing through your body. Coming into our standing sequence, beginning with Chandrasana, moon or side stretch. Inhale, reach your arms up nice and high, interlace the fingers, index out. As you exhale, firm up your low belly, elongate. As you push down into the feet, imagine wiping the feet apart. And feel how that turns on the muscles in the legs. Now, inhale, look up through the eyebrows, move the upper arms back, expanding the ribs. And then whenever you're ready on the exhale, slowly over to the right. With every inhale, again, where can I create length and space along the side body? And on your exhales, can I soften and move a little bit deeper to the right? Keeping the low belly firm, inhale. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. We're stretching the left side body. Option to bring the right hand along the right side body for more support. Now slowly on the inhale, stack the spine, reach up. And then on your exhale, go over to the other side. Again, inhale, pull up out of the left waistline. And on your exhale, slowly over to the left. Until you feel the sensation of stretching along the right side body. The left side body, the oblique muscles, so as the transverse abdominals and the quadratus lumborum are holding you strong and steady. Good. Slowly on the inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, take your hands down to your sides. On your inhale, reach your arms up nice and high, clasp the palms together. As you exhale, bring the hands down to heart center, come up onto the balls of your feet for toe balance. Gaze in front of you, take a great big inhale, maybe the knees draw in. And then as you exhale, stretch the fingertips forward to slowly lower down. You may hear some defixation in the knee joints, some popping and cracking. If there's pain at all when you lower, bring the hands to the floor, maybe for a little bit of support. Squat down, come high onto the toes, either leaving the hands alongside your body or bringing the hands up to join us. Squeeze the inner thighs together, move the shoulders back again, working the back of the head over the back of the pelvis. If you'd like to release the wrists from the vinyasas, interlace the fingers, push the palms up. Take a few deep breaths here. Take one more breath. Now as you exhale, bring the hands down onto the floor, slowly straighten the legs, forward fold. On the inhale, halfway lift, heel toe your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Grab a hold of your big toes with your first two fingers and thumbs. Inhale, elongate, so really engage the low belly. And then as you exhale, even if you have to bend the knees, bend your elbows, tuck your chin, and fold in half. Again, keep the low belly lifting up, almost as though you're lifting the low belly away from the thighs. The tendency here is to really hang out on the thighs. With every inhale, think of lengthening the crown of the head to the floor, the sit bones to the sky.
Again, if you feel like you're really tight or restricted through the backs of the legs, bend the knees. See if that allows you to tip the tailbone up and drop the head down. You could also try taking the legs a little further apart. On the inhale, again, we'll halfway lift. This time as you exhale, slide your hands underneath your feet. So you're stepping up into the creases of the wrists and then forward fold. Now slowly on your inhale, come through your halfway lift position. As you exhale, take your fingertips out in front of you. Now inhale, heel toe your feet a little bit wider. You may need to turn the toes out a little depending on your hip joint. And then as you exhale, squat down. Bring the palms to your heart center, actively pushing the elbows into the inner thighs to open the chest. And then at the same time, see if you can squeeze your inner thighs onto the backs of your arms. So you're strong through the back body and inner thighs as well. Garland pose or malasana. If you feel comfortable here, stretch your arms up nice and high. Stay here for a few more deep breaths, or option to bring the hands back out in front of you, down onto the floor, lifting your bum up, coming high onto your toes. So you work your knees as high up into the armpits as you can for Bakasana. Again, keep the chest really wide like we do in Chaturanga. Look forward, and then inhale, lift one foot or both feet up off the floor. Eventually working the arms straight. Breathe here. Hold, one more breath. And then either putting the feet back on the floor and stepping into downward facing dog. Or option, from Bakasana, take a great big inhale, look forward, and as you exhale, slowly float the feet back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming into the warrior sequence on the right side, great big inhale, lift your right leg up nice and high. And then as you exhale, gazing between the thumbs, step your right foot through. Take the left foot and square it off. And then on your inhale, square your pelvis and your chest with the side wall for warrior two. Soften the shoulders down. Gaze over your right fingertips. Equal weight between your front foot and your back foot. Think of pushing down into the outside edge of your left foot and lifting up the inner left thigh. Spreading through the pelvis. Reverse warrior or enlightened warrior. Inhale, take the left hand down the left leg. Exhale, turn the right palm down and reach it over your head. And we're stretching open through the right side body. Take one more breath here. And inhale, slowly coming back up through warrior two. And as you exhale, staying open and long through the right side body. Bring the right forearm onto the right thigh. Inhale, stretch the left arm over your head for extended side angle. If it feels appropriate on your next exhale, you can also stretch your right hand down to the floor. Pull the low belly up and in. Make sure you're not collapsing down into the right hip. Think of sucking that right upper thigh bone back into the right hip socket. And slowly on your inhale with control coming back up, warrior two. As you exhale, straightening the left leg, right leg, press the left hip back for triangle pose. With control on your inhale, coming all the way back up into warrior two. As you exhale, straightening the right leg. Inhale, move the left hip back, preparing for triangle pose. As you exhale, drop the right hand onto the right shin, foot or floor. And inhale, stretch the left hand high. Again, push down and away through the left heel. Imagine slightly inward rotating through the left thigh. Draw the left hip back. Create length from the skull bones to the tail, and then stretch your left hand high.
As you push down into the gas pedal through your right foot, lift the right kneecap straight up your thigh. From here, take a great big inhale, bring your left hand onto your left hip. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, bring your right hand in front of your right foot for Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, slide your left leg up, and then exhale, kick up, balancing here. The options are to bring your left hand down to the floor for more support. You could bring the left hand to the hip or stretch the left hand high. You could also have a block under the right hand. Breathe. Inhale, look down to the floor, bring your left hand down, and then as you exhale, slowly lower your left foot to the floor. Heel toe your right foot a little bit wider, and slightly turn your left toes forward. Square the hips, inhale, and then as you exhale, fold forward. Runner stretch, Parsvartanasana. See if you can gently guide the right hip back and the left hip forward. If that's not possible, step your left foot a little bit closer. Either remain here or inhale, come through that halfway lift position. You can also bend the right knee slightly. And then as you exhale, prepare for revolve triangle. The left hand comes to the right foot or floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, twist. Options are to bring the right palm to the small of the back or extend the right hand high. Squeeze the inner thighs like a pair of scissors. Twist from the core. One more breath. Slowly on your inhale, look down to the floor, plant your palms, and as you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift the left leg nice and high. As you exhale, lunge the left foot through your thumbs, square your right foot. On the inhale, coming up into Warrior Two. You may want to straighten the left leg just a little, move the left knee back. As you push into the outer edge of your right foot, sink down. Soften the shoulders. So the warrior pose is about being strong, but also calm. Take a great big inhale. Take your right hand gently on the right leg, and as you exhale, stretch back for reverse or enlightened warrior. Either gaze up to the ceiling or look to the side wall. Riding the breath, inhale, coming up. Maintaining the length in the left side body, exhale, left forearm to thigh for extended side angle. Inhale, circle your right arm high. Option to take the left hand onto the floor. Slightly leaning back, open the left knee towards the left pinky toe. Allow the right leg to stay anchored. With control, inhale, coming all the way back up. Exhale, straightening your left leg. Option to adjust your right foot closer. Inhale, take your right hand to your right hip, reach forward through the left hand. And then as you exhale, stretch the left side body, drop your left hand to the shin, foot, or floor. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Pyramids or triangles have a strong base and foundation, and at the same time reach up and open. Find the balance between openness and flexibility and strength, groundedness and stability. Inhale, take your right hand to your right hip. Exhale, bend your left knee, bringing your left hand slightly in front of your left foot for Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale, slide your right leg in, and exhale, kick the leg up, balancing here. Think of moving your right leg slightly out in front of your face. Stay active through that right leg. It's a great pose to work the abductor muscles. Look down to the floor and inhale, bring your right hand down as you lower your right foot to the floor.
Again, heel toe your left foot slightly to the left side of the mat. Bring your fingertips down and then inhale. Use your arms to traction the spine, create length. You can keep the left knee bent here, really move the left hip back. And then exhale, fold forward for a runner's stretch or Parsvottanasana. Gently guiding the knee straight up the thigh. There's a tendency, especially those who are tight in the IT band and outer thigh, to let that knee drift up into the left outer hip. And slowly on the inhale, halfway lift again if you need to bend that left knee to create the length and space. And then as you exhale, right hand to shin, foot, or floor. Inhale, left hand to the small of the back. Whenever you're ready, exhale, pull the low belly up and in and twist. Keep squeezing the inner thighs or adductors for balance, but pressing the heels away, engaging the abductors for strength and range in the pelvis. One more breath. Slowly release, this time on your inhale, windmill yourself all the way up. On your inhale, bring your hands to your hips, look up as wide straddle forward folds. As you exhale, slowly hinge forward from the hips to come down. When you're as far down as the backs of your legs will allow, on your inhale, bring the fingertips down onto the floor, come into a halfway lift position. And if you need to, bend those knees and again, really push down and out through those feet. And then on the exhale, slowly tuck the chin, crawl your arms back through your legs. Bend the elbows, imagine squeezing them together so you're wide and open through the upper back. Also recruiting the muscles of the upper body to create traction on the spine and legs. With every inhale, think of pushing down into the floor, wiping the feet away, and then inwards rotating or wrapping the inner thighs to the wall behind you. And every exhale, where can you soften, relax, and let go into the pose? From here on your inhale, we'll come back up. As you exhale, soften the knees, bring the hands to the hip bones or out like airplane wings. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to stand up. And exhale, release. From here, inhale, stretch the arms up nice and high. Second set, as you exhale, wrap the arms behind you, interlacing your fingers. Bend your elbows, push the thumbs into the back, and see if you can move your elbows back to get your shoulders back. And then exhale, squeeze the backs of the arms to straighten, reaching the knuckles to the floor. Look up, inhale, and then as you exhale as best you can, maintaining an open chest, come forward. Make sure you're not putting too much strain reaching the arms over the head. You shouldn't feel any pinching or discomfort in the shoulder joints. If you do, back off a little or grab a rope or elbows behind the back. Our goal is to stretch the front of the chest and not damage the shoulders. Slowly on the inhale, come up, strengthen the body. And as you exhale, release the arms to the sides. Pivot your right toes to the top of the mat, and on your inhale, step foot to foot. Once again, close your eyes, get grounded, be still. Observe. Listen. Opening the eyes, fixing your gaze at a single point in front of you, preparing for some balancing poses. On your inhale, turn your left toes out, and then as you exhale, either bring your left foot to the lower leg or upper inner thigh. Bring your hands to your heart center. As you squeeze the palms together, actively push the left foot into the inner thigh. Pull up on the low belly, move the shoulders and the back of your head over your sacrum. For tree pose, Vrikshasana.
From roots re-rise. When you feel grounded and steady, slowly on your inhale, allow yourself to elongate, reach up to the sky. From strong roots, we spread our branches. It's okay if you're teetering and shaking. Everybody knows the strongest trees are the ones that have survived some pretty crazy windstorms. To come down, inhale, bring the hands back up. Exhale down into your heart center and release. Other side, get steady through the left foot, plant your roots. Inhale, turn the right toes open. Exhale, bring the right foot to the lower leg or upper inner left thigh. Wherever you bring your foot, make sure you're nice and steady, engage, squeeze, lift. Find stillness. When the mind is active and agitated, so when we're stressed or trying too hard, that makes it even more difficult for the body to find balance. Allow yourself to grow, stretch up to the sky, maybe opening up your branches. And then slowly on the inhale, bring the hands and the feet together. Exhale, reset at the top of the mat. Garudasana or eagle pose. On your inhale, open your wings like a big eagle. Bend your knees to perch. And then as you exhale, pick up your left leg, wrap it around the right leg. Take a great big inhale, open the chest, get wide. And then as you exhale, wrap your left elbow underneath the right elbow, clasping the hands. If that's not possible, grab for the backs of the shoulders. Think of drawing the elbows and the knees together as you lower your center of gravity, sit down. And then when that feels comfortable, see if you can allow your elbows to lift up a little, stretching into the backs of the shoulders. Slowly on the inhale, come up, stretch high. And then as you exhale, sitting down, open your wings, inhale. Exhale, switch sides. Right leg wraps around the left leg. Right elbow wraps underneath the left elbow. If it's not possible to clasp your foot around the back of your leg, you can leave your right toes just on the side of the left foot for balance. Slowly on the inhale, standing up. And then exhale, moving through vinyasa, diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower down nice and slow. Inhale through your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Take a great big inhale, lift your right leg high. As you exhale, slowly bring your right knee through. Rotating, externally bringing the right knee towards the right wrist as best you can. Slide your left leg back. On your inhale, think of elongating, lifting up through the spine, moving the shoulders back. And then as you exhale, slowly come forward for lying pigeon or Ekapada Kapotanasana. In the Yin school of yoga, this is also called swan pose. Our target area, the stretch, is for the IT band on the outside of the right leg, the TFL muscle, into all of the gluteal fibers. As long as you're feeling a stretch in that general area, and you're doing the pose correctly. If you'd like to feel more sensation, you can allow yourself to come forward even more, increasing the flexion at the hips. Alternately, you can bring the hands underneath you, externally rotate even more at the knee, drawing the right knee to the right side of the mat. Bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders, take a great big inhale, tuck your left toes under, and then as you exhale, back into your downward facing dog. You may want to walk the dog a little here. Other side, inhale, lift the left leg up. Again, exhale, look to the wrists, draw your left knee through, and then externally rotate at the hip, coming down into pigeon on the other side. Inhale, lengthening the spine, engage the core, and then as you exhale, slowly find your way down onto the floor. If the forehead doesn't make it down onto the floor, I find it nice to bend up the elbows, interlace the fingers, and support the head with the hands. Unlike the standing postures previous to this pose, you are completely supported by the floor. Because you are supported with your exhales, allow that support to give your body the feedback. It's okay, I got you here. Relax. If the mind begins to wander, coming back to those deep, deliberate breaths. From here on the inhale, walking the hands back up underneath the shoulders. As you exhale, we'll fall down into the left hip and wrap the right leg out in front of you for a single leg forward bend. The left hip nice and open. Again, you may want to sit up on your pillow, allowing your left knee to fall away from the left hip. You could either have the right leg straight out in front of you, or if you prefer, take the right leg slightly to the right. Bring the hands on either side of the right leg, take a great big inhale, look up, and slightly traction yourself to the right as you press into your left hip. And then on your exhale, slowly fold forward, maybe grabbing for the right foot. Take a great big inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then as you exhale, slowly fold forward. It's natural to have some curvature in the upper back, the low back. So be mindful not to take out too much curve of the spine. Ultimately, what we're looking for is that slight tip of the pelvis to come forward. So either sitting up on something or bending your right knee may help you with that. Adding a little bit of a twist here, take a great big inhale, bringing your right forearm down into the inside of your right leg. And then as you exhale, slowly twist your left hand back. If that feels good, inhale, reach through those left fingertips. And as you exhale, circle the left hand down over your head towards the right foot. Some of you may be able to grab the right foot. Some of you will find it helpful to support the right head with the right hand. Those of you with strain or pinching in the front of the left shoulder may find it more beneficial to wrap the left hand behind the back. Slowly on the inhale, sit yourself up nice and tall. Left hand comes underneath the left shoulder. And as you exhale, gently twist to the left. If you'd like a deeper twist and compression through the midline, bring your left knee into your chest. Inhale, stretch the right hand up. Exhale, twist the right elbow across. With every inhale, think of lengthening the spine. Every exhale, twist a little deeper. Slowly release, inhale, looking forward, and then exhale, untwist. Sit up nice and tall, inhale, pulling the left knee into your chest, and then as you exhale, stretch the right leg up. Soften the front of the thigh just a little. We're working into the front of the right hip, the psoas. Pull the low belly up and in, the transverse abdominals, and if possible, reach through the fingertips. Take a great big inhale here. As you exhale, slowly lower down, rounding the low back, sucking the belly button in, draw the left knee towards the nose to the knee. Holding here and shooting arrow pose, or one-legged half boat. From here, adding that twist again, inhale, stretch the right hand back. Exhale, twist over to the left. Squeeze the palms together. Think of lifting a little bit higher your right elbow to the outer left thigh. Inhale, coming back to the center. Exhale, bring the right knee in. Inhale, rock up through the legs, balance. And then exhale, switch your legs around. This time the left leg goes out. The right foot comes in. Again, use the hands for support,
Sit up nice and tall. See if you can pitch the pelvis forward. If not, sit on a block or bend the left knee. As you exhale, slowly come down, grab a hold of the right foot. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the right shoulder away from the right knee, and then exhale, fold. Coming back to that rhythm of the breath, the inhale, feel the expansion of the body. On your exhale, soften and relax into the pose. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, maybe bringing the left forearm inside the left thigh and slowly extending your right hand back. Now inhale, reach here, and then as you exhale, over your head for revolved single leg stretch. If you can, grabbing a hold of the left foot. There's also an option to slide your left hand underneath the right knee. The other option, if you feel pinching through the shoulders, is to wrap the right hand behind the back. On the inhale, slowly sitting up, bringing the right fingertips directly underneath the right shoulder, up against the sacrum, sit up tall. And then as you exhale for simple twist, the left hand twists across to the right knee. If you'd like something a little bit deeper, bringing the right knee to the chest, inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, twist across your body. It's the action of pushing the elbow into the knee, but staying strong and grounded through the right leg that creates a deeper twist. The twists also compress the abdominal cavity, rinsing the organs beneath. Slowly release, inhale, looking forward. As you exhale, find your sitting bones. Inhale, stretch the fingertips, and then as you exhale, lift that left leg. Be mindful of where your toes are pointing. See if you can point the left toe straight up. Pull the low belly up and in, and as you exhale, roll down. Inhale, bring your right knee to your nose to your knee. With every exhale, see how low you can bring that left heel to the ground without feeling any strain in your back. If you feel strain in the neck, support the head with the hands. Otherwise, inhale, stretch the left hand over your head, and then exhale to twist. Holding here, again, see how far you can bring your knee up into your armpit to your knee. Inhale, coming back to the center. Exhale, both knees in. Inhale, rock with the legs up to a seated position. Exhale, cross at the hands and knees, vinyasa through. Inhale, find yourself. If you need to, put your knees down on the floor. Otherwise, take an inhale here, look forward. And as you exhale, slowly lower down onto your forearms. Allow your head to be in one line with the rest of your spine. Soften your chest just a little. Pull the low belly up and in. You may find it helpful to look to your belly. And then slowly lower down. Lying flat onto your forehead, arms alongside your body, for Shalambhasana or locust. The tendency here is to push the low belly into the floor. See what happens as you pull or scoop the low belly up off the floor. Also turn the inner thighs up, wrapping the outer thighs down, and notice what that does to the back. Maintaining those two movements, soften the neck and face. Take a great big inhale, and then as you exhale, lift up both legs in your chest. Stay here and breathe. With every inhale, think of creating length along the spine. Every exhale, maybe lift up a little higher. If that feels good, allow your arms to hover up off the floor. Lift. See if you can wake up the back body. The tendency of the back body is for it to be overstretched and slack due to the forward rounding position we find ourselves in over a computer, car, a desk, sitting in chairs. Bring the energy, the vitality back in. One more breath. Exhale, slowly come forward. Turn your face to the side and relax. Checking in. What do you feel? Inhale, come back to the center. Again, as you exhale, bring the arms down alongside your body and lift up your legs and your chest. Pull the shoulders back. From here, take a great big inhale, curl your heels towards your buttocks. And then as you exhale, reach back and grab one foot and then the other with the hands. Using the strength in the legs, inhale, imagine you're trying to straighten those legs, so it's the quadricep muscle, to lift the chest up off the floor. Draw the shoulder blades in slightly, move the throat back, lift the chin for Dhanurasana or bow. The tendency is for the knees to come apart, so as best you can tone up the inner thighs. One more breath. And then slowly come down to the floor. Release. Checking in, what do you feel in your back? Does it feel invigorated, stimulated, or stressed and tense? Depending on what the answer is, you can either take another plank with me on the inhale, coming onto the forearms. Exhale, tucking under your toes, lifting the low belly up and in, supporting here. Or if it feels a little strained and tense, you may find it more beneficial to find yourself in a child's pose. If you're in the plank, that's probably enough. Inhale, come back up onto your palms. And then everybody together, exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze to your thumbs, taking a great big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly come down onto your knees, sitting on your buttocks. Bring your knees into the chest, draw the knees up and in. And then as you exhale, find yourself in Navasana boat pose. If it's possible, release the legs, the spine stays nice and erect. If possible, straighten the legs. Toning the fronts of the thighs but not over-engaging. Sometimes the quadricep muscles will take over. Allow the muscles in the front of the hips to work as a community with the core. We'll slowly lower down. On your exhale, rounding the back. You may want to bend the knees and pull them in, or lower down with the legs straight for Ardha Navasana. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees into the chest and release the low back. Gently rock from side to side. Slowly bring the feet down onto the floor. Bringing the arms alongside your body, checking in with your low back. Pull the low belly up and in, push down into the floor and imagine wiping the feet apart. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another and take a great big inhale, lift the hips. As you exhale, push a little bit more, squeezing and toning the buttocks to lift up. So as we squeeze the buttocks and at the same time push down and out through the feet and engage the inner thighs, this turns the inner thighs down and creates a nice sturdy support system in the pelvis. If you can, interlace the fingers underneath you, squeeze the palms together and move the knuckles towards the feet. The chest lifts up towards the throat. We'll bridge position. If that feels good and you want a deeper chest opener, take a great big inhale, stretch the arms back over your head. As you exhale, bend the elbows, bring the palms underneath the shoulders. Work the elbows towards one another and then inhale, push up onto the top of the head. Exhale, work the arms straight, push. You can come up onto the toes, maybe step the feet in a little bit closer. Again, turn the inner thighs down, push down into the feet and wipe them apart to create space in the pelvis so there's less impingement in the SI joint. Holding here. Whenever you're ready, slowly on your inhale, coming down, one vertebrae at a time. And exhale, straightening your legs. Close your eyes. Observe. When the back feels ready, on your inhale, gently draw the right knee into your chest for wind relieving pose. And just a little bit of pressure into the low belly. And as you exhale, take the right arm onto the floor, palm up or down, and gently drag the right knee over to the left for simple twist. As we get closer to the end of the sequence, the class today, allow yourself to start to relax a little bit deeper. Feel the support on the floor. And again, let it support you. Take a big full inhale into the right rib cage. And maybe notice how the breath can draw you deeper. Whenever you're ready, coming back into the center, hug your right knee in, inhale. And then exhale, extend the right leg onto the floor. Other side, inhale, hug the left knee into the chest. And then as you exhale, gently draw the left knee across your body to the right. Imagine the left shoulder moving one way, the left knee drawing the other. Play around with the position of your left leg, the position of your pelvis, the position of your left shoulder. What allows you to create the best stretch or sensation for you? What does your body need? What is it telling you? Can you listen and honor it? And then slowly coming back to the center. And then with a great big sigh, exhale. Allow yourself to relax.
Preparing for our final posture of the class, Shavasana, or pose of the corpse. Bring your awareness to all of those places in your body that are in direct contact with your yoga mat. Because they are supported, you no longer need any tension in your body to hold you up. Allow yourself to feel supported and safe. Allow yourself to completely and totally relax. No longer controlling the breath. Allow it to return to its natural organic flow. Your breath is breathing your body. Tune into the sound and the sensation of your heartbeat. Feel the strength, but ease and fluidity at which it beats life through your body. Become aware of any other internal sensations that are calling to your attention without analyzing or judging. Simply observe those experiences, those sensations. Let them be, let them pass. And then follow the ripple, the rebound effects through your body. noticing your mind, your thoughts. And again, allow those just to be, just to appear. And again, without analyzing or judging, let them be, let them pass. Continue to allow yourself to relax deeper and deeper into the floor. Slowly bring your awareness back into the room, the ambient sounds around you. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe roll your wrists and your ankles, staying really relaxed. Take a great big inhale. If you'd like, interlace the fingers, stretch the arms over your head. Great big sighing exhale to release any remaining tension from the body. Take your time getting up. If you'd like, keeping the eyes closed. Bending the knees and then ever so gently rolling onto the right side of your body in a fetal position. Again, pause here and remain here for as long as you'd like. Slowly transitioning back into your surroundings and into the rest of your day. But as you do so, being mindful of the space you've created in your body. Gently coming up into your comfortable seat. Bringing your hands to rest gently onto your knees. Allow the spine to lengthen, and as best you can, bringing the back of the skull over the back of the pelvis. Firm up the low belly. Come back to your breath. See if you can completely be absorbed by both your inhale and your exhale. If the mind begins to wander, bring yourself back to the breath, the nostrils, the rise and fall of the ribs. And bring your hands to your heart center, maybe coming back to the intention you set at the beginning of the class. In gratitude for yourself. Namaste.